Hi, I'm Dave and welcome to day 2 of RPG A Day 2021. Today is the first day of the ones where you've got multiple topics, multiple prompts on the same day. The idea was basically just in case you got a prompt that you didn't like, you could pick one of the other ones, or as it's the 8th year, can you believe it, 8 years, 8th year of RPG A Day, you could roll a d8, halve it, and then randomly end up with a prompt. But I'm going to try and do as many of them as possible. Why have I inflicted this on myself? Okay, so the prompt for day 2 is map. I don't use maps very often. They kind of help when you are trying to get a mental image of where things are, but a lot of the games I play are very theatre of the mind, as they say, so I don't really use maps very often. The last map I had to create was for an adventure I wrote for EN Publishing, which was for their Ace, awfully cheerful engine game system, which was one called Strange Science, and I created a small town in basically Northwest America, which is so Twin Peaks you wouldn't believe, but I had great fun working out the map for that one. It was for a place called Wilden Falls, if I remember rightly. I think Wilden was because it sounds a bit like wild. There's a gratuitous plug if ever there was one. And also sounded a bit like Winden from Dark, which is a fantastic series on Netflix, which you have to watch if you've watched nothing else on Netflix. Just watch Dark because it's amazing. I can't think of anything else to talk about when it comes to maps. However, there are 3 other prompts for today. What have we got? We've got senses. I think something that you always forget about in tabletop RPGs is adding other senses in that your characters are experiencing while you're gaming, and it's always good to add things like funny smells or things like that when you're walking around the dungeon, because I want to sniff the inside of a dungeon, don't I? God, why would you want to do something like that? Next one down is plan. I should have thought these through before I decided to press record on the camera. Okay, I have no idea for plan. I very rarely plan things in advance. I think that may be because the game group that I play with a lot, whenever I GM'd for them back in the past, they always used to completely defy what I had planned and would go off in a complete tangent and decide to do something that I hadn't really planned for. The great one was, I remember buying the Judas Grail adventure for Cult, and I was very excited to run this scenario. It's a great looking one, fantastic bit of layout in there and everything like that. And I remember sitting down and starting the game and introducing the characters and getting them all geared up and ready, and they all just decided to go to a nightclub in London and get drunk. And finally, the 4th prompt for the second day is voice. And as you can hear, I am really croaky. I don't know why. I noticed this when I was recording the last couple of videos and especially the one when I was talking to Anthony Boyd, and I noticed that I'm very croaky, and there goes my podcasting career. Oh well. Okay, anyway, enough of that. Be sure to post your responses on the RPG A Day Facebook page, and don't forget, or on your own social media and things like that, but don't forget to hashtag everything with RPG A Day 2021, and then we can all find it and share it about and get everybody else involved talking about RPGs in a positive way, because we need it at the moment. Okay, thanks everybody. Until tomorrow. stay multi-classy.